Alrighty guys, so I have the pleasure to be sitting with Dr. May here today. Doctor, how are you?
Great, how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing so much better now that I've had your soup. That was phenomenal. And Mom, she knocked it out of the park. I promise, she's not paying me. I promise, she paid me with food actually.
Yeah.
So can you tell me, what did we eat today?
So when I make food for people, what I'm trying to stick to is a basic sort of corn, beans, and squash as a complete nutrition, and also sort of showing people or introducing them even to how that can be like not just a vehicle for nutrition, but also flavor. So tomorrow we'll try them more sweet.
Ooh.
You know, so we had a mash. So also I met new pumpkins yesterday. I went visited some of the folks that are involved with the museum here, and they grew pumpkins. And one of the pumpkins I got to meet yesterday was called a mashed potato squash.
Oh.
And it was a white kind of acorn-looking squash thing. And I peeled it and took the seeds out, and I'm saving the seeds so I can start growing them at home too, maybe. And also they had never tried one. Like they're being grown maybe for ornamental purposes or something like that. So I thought, well, we'll try one. We're going to cook anyway. So I took the little mashed potato squashes, and I took a couple of potatoes and softened those up. So that was kind of one sort of thing. And in another pot, I sweated some onions and some garlic with some oil. And then in another pot, I made a roux out of a little bit of flour and some oil there too. And then I took it all and put it in the blender and with some salt and pepper. So that was the soup.
Oh my goodness. All those flavors, just the marriage of all those flavors were so divine. That's the only word I can think of is divine.
Yeah, and then, so the other things we ate were, we had a mixed green salad, and there was dried fruit, like blueberries and cherries and things like that in there. There was pecans, walnuts, sunflower seeds, there was peppers in there, tomatoes in there, and flowers. Then in the other one, there was ginger and little apples cut into little cubes there, and strawberries cut into heart shapes.
Oh, it all sounds fantastic.
Yeah. And then I just made some corned beans and squash fritters.
I saw that, yeah. You were like making something, you're putting it on the pan right now,
Yes.
correct?
So that's shredded summer squash, zucchini, so that's yellow and green. I shredded some carrots in there, so that's orange.
Right.
I put some green onions, put a little more green in there and some onion flavor. And I put black beans. Sometimes I use cranberry beans, again, like for the pops of flavor or color and texture. And then I made it with a masa base and put some eggs in there.
Oh, it
and
sounds
then we
delicious.
just fried them up on the...
Oh, it sounds so good.
Yeah,
and is this all what an indigenous person would eat, or like a modification of
It's
sorts?
a little bit hybridized. So some of the, like the corned beans and squash is maybe a base, but I added in things like ginger and garlic and I kind of think of things, and maybe this is, maybe not a popular opinion or something, but a lot of those things are medicines too.
Right.
And things to me, like in nature, if there's something that can't adapt, it goes extinct.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's kind of a gift of diversity, I think, is if like where I live in Virginia, we can grow ginger. We can grow a lot of things. We can grow garlic. Well, we also had some teas. We had, and so it was growing in one of the gardens I visited, but I'm not sure it's native to North America, but it's lemongrass and ginger tea. So ginger, again, is not native. And there was sugar and lemon in that. It was very popular. And then I made a sassafras, which is native to the Americas, with a little bit of ginger. I'm putting heavy on the ginger, because there's a lot of sickness going around and stuff like that, and I want to keep everybody healthy, and our strength comes from the land. It's our medicine. So.
Definitely. And you have a panel here today or in the next few days?
I had a talking circle in the morning at 10:45, and so that was just to sort of situate everyone so that we find out how we're all relatives and kind of what we're interested in and what brought us here, so that we can kind of know each other as the conversation progresses over the 3 days. And so also when you have a conversation, sometimes you're like, oh, I should have said that and I should have said that. So we're having another one, and it's called Circling Back tomorrow morning. So if people thought of something or something came up in a conversation this afternoon, then we can circle back to that tomorrow. So I'm really looking forward to that.
It sounds like a great time, and I think I caught a little bit of it earlier this morning, and it seemed like a great time.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully I can join you guys tomorrow morning.
Yes.
And I know you're a busy woman today, so I'm going to let you go.
Cook it up a storm.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.